So, hello, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. Please be aware, if you are new to the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages and I have no filter. So, for all of you that say,
I want the truth!
Some of you absolutely can and will handle the truth here just fine. Others of you, well,
you can't handle the truth!
At least not yet, and that's okay. I trust when you're ready, you'll find yourself back here liking my videos as a subscriber in divine time. For those of you who are self-aware enough to stay and listen, drop a like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. With that said, always take readings how they resonate with you. If you are confused about the message of a reading, I always recommend coming back in about 2 weeks' time and seeing it with different eyes. Most of the time, if you're confused about a reading, you're trying to connect it with a scenario that it's not actually pertaining to. So no matter how tempting it is to listen to this and try and connect the dots to someone else in your experience, understand they're in your experience because of something you are learning through witnessing them to begin with as a divine mirror. So no matter how tempting it is to connect it to someone else, know that I am always reading it to help you better understand yourself and your own healing. Also know, if you look at the image, it represents the 12 houses of your birth chart. Okay, so we all have all of them. If I note certain astrological signs or planets, it's either because that is what is specifically healing in your chart right now or is being recognized in the reading as the area that is healing, or it is being aspected by the different things going on in the current cosmos that's bringing it up. So just because I say a certain sign and it's not your sign does not mean it's someone else. It's most likely a certain area in your chart that's being acknowledged, or it's a certain aspect going on in the current cosmos that is reflecting on the different healings going on in your own chart. Now I'm ready if you're ready. So let's begin. All right, so these are the full moon in Virgo critical step secret code names readings. These readings are purchased by individuals through my Etsy shop and are their personal readings. All right. However, if you are drawn to a secret code name, chances are there is a message in it for you. All right, this is secret code name Sapphire. Secret code name Sapphire. If you'd ever like your own secret code name, the link to my Etsy is in the description below. All right, I am using my manga tarot today, my mystical manga tarot. I have divided the deck into major arcana and royal court cards for archetypal energies that you can embody taking this critical step forward on your journey in your highest good. And then I have used the remaining minor arcana as the choices, right? The choices that you can make within that embodiment so that you can, in fact, take this critical step forward in your highest good. All right. So let us begin. Spirit, please. What is the archetypal energy or optimal embodiment for secret code name Sapphire? We've got the moon. The moon. Now, as an embodiment of the moon, right? The moon is highly intuitive. It is being in touch with your emotions. It is knowing when you are being lured into a trap of shadow, okay? To be able to use your intuitive faculties to move beyond the temptation of repeating karmic patterns, okay? There's the two wolves present. These are both white wolves, so you have guardians, okay? You do have guardians through this archetypal energy that will protect you in the highest good. But please be aware when you go deep within yourself and what you want, there will be certain bottom dwellers, okay? These energetic people that dwell on the bottom and feed off of your energy and the parts of you that need to go. So this particular moon card, the embodiment is knowing that there is a clear-cut, straight and narrow path through whatever this darker shadow energy is for you as you're transitioning maybe from one energetic state of manifestation and into another, for you to leave the old manifested energy and all that came along with it and into a new one. There are certain aspects from the past energy that are going to try and grab you back and say, no, don't go that way. You know what I mean? So be very clear with your intuitive faculties, your gut sensing, like listen to your gut. You may also want to seriously embody the beautiful light aspects of your moon within the self, while utilizing the shadow aspects of your moon to rid yourself of the shadow that is trying to come in, right? Or pull you back down, because there's light and shadow to each sign. And whatever your moon sign is, you yourself may need to focus on embodying the light aspects of your moon sign, while also taking advantage of the beauty of the shadow or the dark side of your moon sign in order to keep the shadow aspects of other people's from drawing you in, right? If they're in shadow, your shadow is going to be off-putting to those energies. So you embody the light when it comes to yourself, and utilize your shadow to deter the shadows of other people, okay? Just definitely the way that I'm feeling that energy. So getting into the choices surrounding this archetype, right? Getting into the choices surrounding this archetype. Clarities, please. All right, we've got a lot of coins. A lot of coins. So this may be truly work focused and or dealing with the physical reality, right? Physical reality choices. We've got the 6 of coin clarified by the 2 of coin for 8 coins. If you want a better reality, okay, then you have to make a conscious effort, right? The total of 8 coins, a conscious effort in recognizing who you're giving to ideally and who is begging for energy type thing, right? Who deserves your energy and who does not. Who are you giving your money and or physical presence to? And is it ideal? Okay, and is it ideal? Because the 2 of coins, the 2 of pentacles, always has these crazy tumultuous waves in the background, right? As you can see very clearly in this picture. Ideal versus real. Is the reality of your giving, financially or of the self, is the reality of what you're giving bringing in what is ideal for you? Is what you're doing and what you're giving creating what is ideal? Or is it just prolonging out or dragging out a reality of you giving for nothing? Right? Who are you giving your physical self to? Because they're nickel and diming you. They're either nickel and diming your finances outright, or they're taking up your physical time because you have to physically be there with them, or both. If you work for yourself, you may need to up your prices. And if people don't like it, oh, you're too expensive. Look. Whatever we do for a living, it's an art. We have a certain amount of years, a certain amount of practice, a certain amount of time invested to whatever it is that we do. No, I am not too expensive. No, I am not too expensive. If you're broke, just say that. But I'm not too expensive. My price is just. My price is just. If you have invested thousands of dollars in your education, if you have invested thousands of hours in mastering something, you deserve 1,000 hours and $1,000 worth of price. You are not the same as someone who invested 10 hours and no dollars. It is not the same. And the quality of your work and what you do as opposed to someone else and what they do is different because of that. Let somebody else charge $5 for a reading. You're worth more than $5. You're worth more than $5. Especially if it takes up 20 minutes. Maybe you're worth $100 an hour. So if you're worth $100 an hour, if someone wants 20 minutes of your time, it's $33. $33 for 20. Yes. If you don't want to pay that, if you can't afford me, that's okay. Come back when you can. Come back when you can, and I'll give you your value. The $33 value for 20 minutes, because booking with me is worth it, right? Ordering with me is worth it, whatever you do for a living. Know your worth. Do not downsize your value. Do not minimize your value. You are not competing with other people in a certain arena. Your value is your value. It's like looking at an artist and someone's looking at their painting and it's like a $40 canvas and, maybe $40 worth of paints. And they're like, oh, well, I'll pay you $100 for your painting. And the person said, no, it's a $2,000 painting. Oh, you're crazy. It didn't cost $2,000 to make that painting. No, but it took me 20 fucking years to perfect my art. You're not just paying for the hour that I spent painting it. You're not paying for the cost of materials. You're paying for the $20 worth of artistic practice that I've created within myself. My painting is not worth $100. I'm sorry you view it that way. It's worth $2,000. If you can't afford it, that is not my problem. Learn how to invest in yourself better. Because someone's going to see that art and know it's worth more than the $2,000 I'm asking. And they're going to buy it willingly. It just ain't you. So whatever you're doing, this type of energy, you may need to address childhood wounds surrounding your worth. The 9 of Wands in this deck with the 5 of Coins. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. She is standing on these wands. She's standing on these wands. 8 of them, to be specific, and she's holding one. The way this 9 of Wands is set up, because usually the 9 of Wands is a wounded warrior card, but she is standing on the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is the guidance of spirit. The Ace of Wands that she's holding is the inspiration. Let spirit inspire you to stand above the waves. to stand above the waves that would knock you off from your ideal reality. Do not be afraid that people aren't going to follow you anymore. People aren't going to book with you anymore. No, you're getting rid of the energetic thieves, the beggars, the beggar energy. You're getting rid of the beggar energy. Moving from one, right? Moving from one lower vibratory reality and into a higher one. You deserve to manifest better. Stop begging to be seen, to be recognized or acknowledged for your gift. Fuck, let your price reflect that. Let your value reflect that. Market yourself to people who are in an energetic alignment that's not begging for whatever. You're worth better. Is it going to take a while? Yeah. Is it going to take some effort to walk that straight and narrow path through? Sure. It's not going to take forever. It's not going to take forever. I'll tell you, I went through that shit. Because I was online and I'm looking at other readers and I'm like, they're all offering $5 readings. I can't live off of $5 readings. It's not like I have a second job. This is my livelihood. I think the most expensive service that I offered like 3 years ago was $20. And Spirit had that conversation with me and they said, what's your worth? I said, well, I've been doing tarot since I was 12. So I've got 24 years invested in tarot, and I've been self-taught in astrology since I was 16. So I've got 20 years experience and knowledge built. I've got over 20 years invested in what I know. I'm accurate as fuck. So Spirit said, what's your worth? What do you want to make? I said, Spirit, I could never ask my worth. And they said, bullshit, go ahead, try it. So I don't argue with my angels, right? I fucking did it. Yeah, the people who loved my $5 readings dipped. But the people who saw my fucking value, I started making more money. I didn't lose the number of people that booked with me. But I definitely lost the lack energy and the beggar energy that came along with the lower prices when I wasn't valuing myself. When I was comparing myself to other people and what they were doing and feeling like I needed to compete with them. Bitch, there ain't no competition. I am who I am. And I am not competing with anyone. My energy stands alone in its own right. Yeah, my prices are my prices because the value is the value. That's what Spirit's asking you to address. Critical step forward. Know your worth. Know your worth. Claim your worth. And shift your life. So, thank you for being a part of this event. Know that all reviews left in my Etsy shop are greatly appreciated. My love and support is with you always. Remember to love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. See ya.